Watching SpursVideo.com. Today I'm going to preview the Spurs and the Lakers series. The more I look at this series, the scarier it gets for the Spurs. The Lakers are playing excellent basketball right now, and their offensive rhythm is nearly flawless. You have great shooters with Derek Fisher and Voyachek and Kobe. Kobe shooting 49.5%, which is phenomenal given the amount of shots he shoots, and Fisher shooting 51% and 58% from threes. So they're going to be able to spread the floor, and then you have the beast Lamar Odom, who is the who stopping him is the key to this series for the Spurs. Lamar Odom is averaging 52% shooting in the playoffs, 11 rebounds, and 1.9 blocks or 1.4 blocks. He is going to be imperative for the Spurs to stop. So before I go into all the Lakers, let me just break down the matchups here. I have Tony Parker versus Derek Fisher. Parker, edge of the Spurs. Parker has to be absolutely enormous for the Spurs to win this series, as he has been in past series when the Spurs have played the Lakers. But they're really going to need Parker to score about. I think he's going to need to have a good 25 points a game, and also log those assists to 25 and 8. Average over the course of this series will give the Spurs a lot better chance. But the Spurs need Tony Parker to take advantage of whoever is guarding him at the guard spot, which is going to be Derek Fisher for the most part. And on the defensive end, whoever is guarding Fisher, and I believe it will be Parker. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Um, Parker has to stay on Derek Fisher's threes. I just gave you his field goal percentages. One was 58, and the other was 51 and a half overall. That tells you that Fisher is not shooting nearly as efficiently as he is from the 3-point line, and that's largely because Fisher's getting wide open looks, and he is a dead-eye shooter. I cannot stand the guy, but he is a great shooter, and he has a lot of tenacity when he plays. He's also got 2.7 steals per game, which is unbelievable. I mean, I think he plays 33 minutes a game, and he's got 2.7 steals. So, and this he really hurt Darren Williams on stealing the ball from him. So Tony Parker's got to take care of the ball, not get careless with the ball, and be very attentive to Derek Fisher on the outside. Do not leave him, no matter what. He is hitting too high of a percentage, and he is the guy you don't leave. You leave someone else. You don't leave Derek Fisher at the 3-point line. Now, if you can get him off that three and get him to go in and take a two, then you have a much better chance. I like that a lot better if you push Derek Fisher off the three. So no threes for Derek Fisher, but advantage Spurs at the point guard. Next, we have Kobe and Bruce Bowen. Always a classical confrontation, but there is no stopping Kobe. Kobe is gonna get his points, and but Bruce Bowen is the ultimate anti-serum. Bowen can slow down Kobe. Bowen at times can make Kobe look awkward and forced, and I think Bowen will help lower Kobe's field goal percentage more to that 45, 46% zone rather than 49.5 and 40 and 50 area. So Bruce is going to help there. As always, you want to keep Kobe going to his left, and of course in the Spurs system you funnel to the baseline, but keep Kobe going to the left and keep him out of the lane as much as possible. I mean, that's a lot easier said than done, but you want to do that. On the other end, Bruce Bowen needs to hit that corner three like he usually does. He needs to get Kobe to honor him, and so Kobe can't go out there and ball hawk on the rest of the Spurs. But this is a major advantage for the Lakers. So give shooting guard to LA. Next, we have small forwards. This is where it gets tricky. Are the Spurs going to start Manu or are they not? I don't think they will, because well, they might. I'm not. That is what I can't decide. But the thing is, the Lakers have Odom at small forward. Maybe Radmanovic if you want to just play with it. But either way, both of them. Radmanovic is 6'9". Odom is 6'10". He's listed as 6'10", and he's got pretty long arms. So I don't think Manu can guard Radmanovic more than he can guard Odom. So I don't think you could start. I don't think you can start. If you start Manu, you have to start him off of Odom. Odom's shooting 52%, as I mentioned. He's got 11 rebounds per game. The guy's a beast. He is just tearing up other teams, and he is the glue to the Lakers. He is allowing everything to flow so seamlessly because he's playing so big. The Spurs are going to have a tough time guarding him, and I propose that the Spurs meet him with Tim Duncan. And Tim Duncan is at least he's mobile enough to an extent, and he can bother Odom's shot when Odom drives, and he can also he's not going to get out muscled by Odom. So I propose Duncan guards Odom, so we have a Duncan and Odom matchup, and I have the edge going to the Spurs on that one. Duncan has to be a monster defensively and on the rebounds. He needs to bother shots. Um, any I think any point production, any clean field goals Duncan can give the Spurs is going to help. But I don't see Duncan being effective. Um, a lot of the part because of the reason that um, Carlos Boozer was ineffective for the Jazz. The Lakers are so tall. They have such a big lineup. It is hard to get quality shots around the basket. So the Spurs are going to have to first hit their shots, then spread the floor, then get the driving layups from Parker and Manu. Um, that's what's going on right there. And then the Lakers start Radmanovic, and so if you want to start Manu, I put him on Radmanovic. But they, depending on how that matchup goes, um, if they try to post up Radmanovic and are successful, then you have to switch out and get probably Ori in there. But I kind of like the Lakers using Radmanovic against Manu. So that might not be a bad tactic because if you get the ball in Radmanovic's hand, that's your best bet. Radmanovic is shooting 40%, and I think I have him at 22% threes. I'm not sure if that's right, but that would be great for the Spurs if the Lakers could become the Vladimir Radmanovic show. That's not to say he's playing. I don't think he's. I mean, I think he's a good shooter, but you just have to, you're gonna have to live with Radmanovic. Hopefully making a living against the Spurs. So I would do that. I would prefer the Spurs bring Manu off the bench as a spark and start Ori to combat their big lineup. And then lastly we have and so I'm gonna go ahead and guess that the Spurs will start Manu against Radmanovic, and I'll give that edge to the Spurs. Manu has got to be a huge force along with Tony Parker, drive the ball, keep hitting those threes. He's got such passion and such desire. I think he's gonna be okay. He sometimes he just has a lot of hard time um, defending against bigger defenders, bulkier defenders when they put that weight on him. So that'll be a matchup to watch. But if the Spurs start Manu, edge Spurs. Then lastly we have Oberto and Gasol. I have this is a major advantage for the Lakers. Gasol is the perfect piece to the Lakers. Getting him for basically free from Memphis was a huge lift to the Lakers. 2.9 blocks for Gasol game, so he's definitely affecting shots on the inside. So you've got to be conscious of him on the inside and use your quickness with him and not try to go over the top of him. They got him listed at 7 foot tall. If he's only 7 foot, then his wingspan is huge. The guy is just he's so long. He's not athletic at all, but he is so long and he is agile. Um, so I got him probably more at 7'2", but his arms, if he's not 7'2", his arms are super long. Oberto has got to force him out of the paint. He is just when he gets in the paint, he's so tall. He's just dropping the ball in the bucket. Keep him away from the paint. That's where he's getting his shots. Make him shoot that ugly jumper, and also keep him going left as well. But just body him up and don't leave him. I would not leave him because the Lakers he scores so easily when you go and double team off him and you leave him roaming around the paint. So don't do that. Key reserves. The Lakers are just a great shooting team. Walton is shooting 50. 54%. Vujacic is shooting only 45%, but he's also shooting the same percentage from three, so that tells you the majority of shots he's shooting. So he's shooting pretty well. Jordan Farmar is the least effective, but he's also getting the least amount of minutes, 14 minutes, and he's shooting I think 26%. So if he's in the game, make him beat you. But the Lakers aren't playing him much, and they might shore him up and shorten the rotation. They're going 8 deep right now. For the Spurs, Udoka's got to hit threes. He's got to play strong. Um, the Spurs, at this point, you really wish they had gotten longer in the offseason, but the Spurs are going to have the Lakers just have that huge height advantage that really worries me. Um, but those are my keys to the series, and this is SpursVideo.com. I'll talk to you next time.